Thank you, Pat. Good evening again. We'll begin with our invocation. We'll ask Jamie Jordan to come, please. Lead us in an invocation.
All right, let us pray. God, we thank you for this beautiful day that you've given us. We just pause right now. Appreciate all the blessings that you've given us this day. I know many of which I probably just blew by and took for granted, Lord, in this week where we're just prompted to be thankful. Thank you for the blessings. Thank you for these leaders that sit before us. I pray, Lord, your presence and your anointing would be upon them. I pray for those who sit in this room. I pray for all of our city employees, Lord, that you have called to such positions to lead and look out for this great city that we call Richmond, Lord. So I pray that your presence would be here. And I pray that you would just pour out your grace and your mercy and your wisdom. And Lord, I pray for courage, for truths to be spoken that need to be spoken, and love to be spoken with it alongside. Lord, we pray for all these things. I pray that the decisions and everything that takes place here in the minutes ahead, Lord, would be for the wonderful welfare of the residents that we call Richmond, Kentucky. And we pray this all in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. And Jamie, thank you again, as always, for all the wonderful ways that you serve this community and so many of our groups and volunteer opportunities. Thank you. We're honored to have a local U.S. Armed Forces veteran with us tonight to lead us in our Pledge of Allegiance. Tim Vinegar, a native of Lexington, Kentucky, and graduate of Lafayette High School, currently lives in Richmond. He entered the Army in 1979 and served for 11 years, also worked for the Department of Defense, Department of the Navy, and also the IRS prior to retirement in 2013. He was stationed at Fort Gordon, Georgia, for basic training and AIT MOS 05C radio teletype operator, Fort Jackson, South Carolina, MOS 63B power generator light vehicle mechanic, and at Fort Lee, Virginia, he was a 77F petroleum supply specialist. Tim was stationed at several more locations, including Alaska, Panama, and Honduras. Mr. Vinegar is currently serving veterans through the work of the local VFW Post 7098 as District Commander of the DAV, the American Legion, and the Madison County Honor Guard also. He works as one of the cooks for the weekly Veterans Friday morning breakfast, which I've been trying to get to, at the Veterans Center. He spends time working with the AARP as a tax aide at the Madison County Library. He is an active member of the NAACP and works sponsored events. He also spends time working with the Richmond Police Department Appreciation Day and Veterans Day, obtaining coupons for families to eat for low cost or free. Thank you, Tim, for leading tonight our Pledge of Allegiance. Please proceed.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks for all you do. Thanks for your service. And as I like often to say about people like you, and in his spare time. Thank you, Tim. We'll officially call the meeting to order. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Brewer.
Here.
Commissioner Cole.
Here.
Commissioner Goebel.
Here.
Commissioner Newby.
Here.
Mayor Blythe.
Here, thank you. We have two presentations tonight, the first of which is the Battle of Richmond events, and Philip Seifert is here, and he's going to give us an update on the wonderful things that are happening there at the Battlefield Park. Welcome again, sir.
Before we get started, I want to be the very first one to wish all of you, wherever the camera is, all of you, a very Merry Christmas. We all deserve this time. And A lot of people think about the Battle of Richmond, it has to be 95 degrees. Well, it doesn't. We're always doing something. The dust never settles out there. And so this coming Sunday, November the 30th, Father Christmas will be returning to Richmond Battlefield Park. They're on the, I don't have to necessarily read everything, from 2 until 4 p.m. Bring the kids out, get your picture taken. Things look a little different than we do of today's world. We'd love to have you come out. All we ask is, it's a free event, but we do ask a donation of new prepackaged socks, male, female, kids, it doesn't matter. And that leads us into our, oh, I did get that report. Thank you, Pat. For the past 10 years or so, we have collected socks out the battlefield for the disadvantaged. You go, well, how were you collecting socks? Well, during the Civil War era, if you read a lot of the letters, they're always asking for a pair of socks. And when your feet are cold, you're cold all over. Everybody knows that. And so we ask people just to bring out new prepackaged socks, men's, women's, and children's, out to the Battle of Richmond Visitor Center. They're at the Split. And then we will get them to the different organizations in town that will get to the people that really need them the most. If for some reason I'm not there, although I don't look like it, I sometimes like to take lunch. Just leave them on one of the benches out front, and we'll take care of it. This will go through right up through the Friday before Christmas. And we've got a new partner this year. We're doing something different. And so we have, a lot of times people don't realize that you can have a jewel in your backyard, and you never even realize it. And one of the things that we have here in Richmond and Madison County is one of the most opulent mansions in the entire state with Whitehall. So the management of Whitehall and I got together, and they're decorated for Christmas out there, and they've done that for several years, and that's nice. You can go out there and see a nice house. But on one evening, on Friday, December the 12th, from 6 until 8, you can come out and have Christmas with the Clays. And there'll be several living historians out there, and can go through the house. It's really something different, and you don't have to go real far away to see it. All I ask is you need to go online to purchase the tickets at etix.com/Whitehall, or you can pay that evening if you'd like. So those are some things that are going on, but it's not just us. Parks Department is working their bejeebers off to put on a great Halloween event, not just the parade. Did I say Halloween? I was in the past, aren't I? So, you get as old as I am, Wayne, you'll find that out. We're going to have a great parade here in a week or so. There's going to be all sorts of things going on in town. And we need to remember that Richmond doesn't celebrate Christmas. Richmond is Christmas. Come out and see us, have a big time, and I promised Rob and Lisa that they wouldn't have to say, uh-oh, when they saw me come up. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Philip, so much. The wonderful things that are happening through the year at the Visitor Center and at the park itself. And Philip,
Yes, sir.
the Lifesavers Project was successful.
Oh, always is 60,000 lifesavers.
Yes, sir.
And yes, we count them. So that's a March and April event. We
Yes,
did
indeed.
send 3,800 Christmas cards to our soldiers and sailors and Marines serving overseas. That just ended.
Yes,
So the dust never settles out there.
yes, indeed. And then the pill bottle campaign each year.
Pill bottles.
Yeah.
They're having babies out there. That'll be another presentation.
But thank you for all you
Thank
do.
all.
Second presentation tonight will be from the Hospice Care Plus. And happy to have you here tonight in the chambers. Certainly always good to hear from you and to participate with you.
Thank you for having us. We are Hospice Care Plus, and I'll get us started today. My name is Jenny Neese. I am the Director of Community Engagement with Hospice Care Plus. I'm just going to give you a little history about hospice. I guess I need to push our button. Arrow. So we were founded 44 years ago, our nonprofit was, back in 1981, by a group of healthcare professionals who seen the need for hospice in Madison County. They began their services working out of the trunk of their car. We have since then grown into the organization we are today, servicing 6 counties that include Madison, Estill, Lee, Asley, Jackson, and Rockcastle counties. Being in this role, I have found that there's many people that still don't really understand what all hospice does and the services that we provide. But one of our biggest core programs is our home program. We have nurses, CNAs, social workers, chaplains, and volunteers every day out in our 6 communities providing services and care for our patients. We also are very fortunate to have one of the very few freestanding compassionate care centers in the state here at Richmond at 350 Isaacs Lane. We currently have 6 inpatient beds for anyone that is needing those for management or whatever their need may be. We also provide a grief and loss support group. And this is for all of our caregivers and families that are caring for hospice patients. It's also available to anyone in the community, regardless if they've had hospice care or not. We provide weekly services that is free to everyone that is wanting to be involved. That service is 100% donor funded. So that's why it's very important for us to continue our fundraising and get our donors and provide our grants and stuff from all the communities that we serve. We serve approximately 1,700 individuals across the 6 counties annually, but we could not do that alone, and that's why we're here tonight, just letting you know all the services that we have and the need for awareness of what hospice can provide for our communities. I'll pass it on.
All right, I'm Stephanie Manus. I'm the development coordinator at Hospice Care Plus. And like Jenny said, we cannot do our work alone. So part of my job is to go out and engage donors, speak at meetings like this across our 6 counties, just to talk about the services we provide and how the community can support that. So although we are reimbursed by Medicare, Medicaid, and private insurance, we do provide care to anyone in these communities, even those who may be or underinsured. We are a nonprofit, so there are services that are not billable. Did you know that a social worker going out to the home, we can't bill insurance and Medicare for that? But every patient has access to a social worker. Chaplains, we can't bill that. So we have what we call above and beyond care that we provide. Medicare says you should visit your patient once every 2 weeks. Well, that's okay if you're recovering from surgery, right? When you're facing advanced or terminal illness, once every 2 weeks for a nurse to come visit, that is just not enough. And so we go above and beyond. Our nurses go out once a week. Our nurse aides are sometimes out there 3 times a week providing that personal care and helping empower and educate those caregivers. So how you all support when you give to us financially is you help us provide care for those who are underinsured. You help us provide special experiences like throwing a wedding in 24 hours, which we have done. Working with EKU. Anybody from EKU here tonight? Working with EKU, aviation, for example, a patient wanted to ride in a single engine jet plane and we made that happen. And so when you give to hospice, you're helping us live out that mission that our ultimate goal, after all, is a good, not just a good death, but a good life right up to the very end. So I'm going to pass it over to Mariah, our volunteer coordinator, who will talk about ways that you can get involved if you're wanting to volunteer with us.
Hi, I'm Mariah. Like Stephanie said, I'm the volunteer coordinator with Hospice Care Plus. Anyone over the age of 14 and older can volunteer with us. So you can be as young as 14 up to anybody who's retired or still working. Somebody who just enjoys being a part of a community and part of an organization. We could not exist without our volunteer program. So for us to be funded, we have to have a certain amount of hours each year that are patient care related. So any volunteer that's at our Compassionate Care Center usually sits at that front desk, and they're that first face you see as you walk through the door, and those hours go towards that 5%.
Like Miss Connie.
Yeah, Mrs.
Yeah.
Mrs.
Yes.
Connie,
A lot of people know her.
yes, and then Tammy has also been a volunteer with us. And then we do the special events and fundraising support as well. So Remembrance Tree Ceremony that's coming up to the Derby event that we have each year. We have volunteers that help with that. And you don't have to go through the training to help with those special events, but anything patient care related, you would complete the interest form, and I could get you through the volunteer training. We do 2 to 3 of those in person each year, and then we also have an online route that we have been able to do the last 2 to 3 years, and so that kind of gets you onboarded a little bit quicker. So you can go to hospicecareplus.org, go to volunteer, and then volunteer interest form, and you fill that information out. We thank you very, very much for listening to us.
Can I get your picture?
Do you all mind if you could stand and I take a picture? Should they step in the middle? Yeah, there you go. That looks good. Thank you. You go first. All right. Thank you.
I'm having a bad hair day.
Jenny and Stephanie and Mariah, thank you very much. 2 quick things. One, I greatly appreciate from a personal standpoint the work of hospice even off-site, because 11 years ago in my mother's final days, hospice came to our home to care for her, and I'm forever grateful for that. But yes, indeed, and thank you, just thank you. See you in a couple of weeks, right, on the Sunday for the Memorial Christmas tree. Always enjoy that. We have 4 sets of minutes from the special call meeting October 24, 9 a.m., the regular meeting held October 28, 6 p.m., special call meeting November 3 at 9 a.m., workshop meeting held on November 20 at 12 noon. If you're comfortable doing so, I'll ask for a motion, please, that we will accept all 4 of these minutes.
I move. Second.
Commissioner Newby, Commissioner Brewer, is there any question, comment, or discussion? There being none, Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Cole,
Yes.
Commissioner Goble,
Yes.
Commissioner Newby,
Yes.
Commissioner Brewer,
Yes.
Mayor Blythe.
Yes, thank you. Order 25-175, order of the City of Richmond promoting an employee in the fire department to battalion chief. Madam Clerk, please.
Whereas the City of Richmond has an open leadership position within the fire department due to a recent promotion, and whereas employees that have successfully completed the promotional process, which consists of an oral interview conducted before a selection panel, evaluated on their abilities, education, training, and leadership. And whereas the interview panel has made a recommendation for this promotion, now therefore be it ordered by the City of Richmond that the following fire department employee shall be promoted to the rank of battalion chief effective payroll date December 26, 2025, at the rate for the fiscal year 25-26 fire pay scale, pay grade 6. Brian Richmond. He originally was hired as firefighter 1 in 2007, promoted to firefighter 2 in 2009, promoted to captain in 2018, appointed interim fire training officer in 2020, promoted to fire training officer later in 2020, and then transferred to captain in 2023. The Board of Commissioners would like to thank him for his continued dedication and leadership within the department. This order shall be in full force and effect upon reading and adoption by the Richmond City Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That's Order 25-175. May we have a motion, please, bring to the floor for discussion and approval?
I move. Second. Whatever.
Commissioner
Where's
Newby,
the-
Commissioner Brewer. Any discussion, conversation?
Yeah, you know me, I always like to say a little something about stuff. First of all, I want to commend firefighter Richmond on the promotion. You know, I think any man give close to 20 years of service to his community in hazardous duty is well deserving. And I know from being a firefighter, years of experience working with him, he's well deserving. But I also want to let the public, you know, it said that there was a panel, and I want to inform the public, we have a new panel situation now. In the past, a commission member was a member of that panel and had a vote. So we wanted to do away with that. So it was a 4-person panel. So now we have a panel of 2 members, representatives from City Hall. None of them are on the commission from City Hall, and 2 representatives from the fire department. So that kind of, to me, that takes away the good old boy, you know, influence from the City Hall and a good old boy influence from the fire department. So it's equal. And they come to terms, and he was a unanimous decision. So I think he's well deserving, and congratulations. And I will say that I witnessed the interviews, and I was very impressed with all interviewees. The young gentlemen that didn't get promoted, I was impressed with their knowledge and their passion and their desire for their job. So, fellas, your time will come. But congratulations, Mr. Richmond. That's all I've got to say.
Thank you. Any other comment, discussion, question? There being none, Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Goble,
Yes.
Commissioner Newby,
Yes.
Commissioner Brewer,
Yes.
Commissioner Cole,
Yes.
Mayor Blythe.
Yes, thank you. Order 25-184, order of the City of Richmond promoting an employee in the fire department to fire captain. Madam
Whereas
Clerk,
the
please.
City of Richmond has an open leadership in the fire department due to a recent promotion, and whereas employees that have successfully also completed the promotional process, which also consists of an oral interview conducted before a selection panel, evaluated on their abilities, education, training, and leadership. And the interview panel has made a recommendation for the promotion. Now therefore be it by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners that this employee from the fire department shall be promoted to the rank of captain, effective payroll date December 26, at the rate of the fiscal year 25-26 fire pay scale, pay grade 5. Stephen Moyer, originally hired as firefighter 1 in 2010, promoted to firefighter 2 in 2021, and then promoted to firefighter 3 in 2023. Also, the Board of Commissioners would like to thank him for his continued dedication and also leadership in the department. This order shall be in full force and effect upon reading and adoption by the Richmond City Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That's Order 25-184. May we have a motion, please, to bring to the floor for discussion and approval?
So moved.
Commissioner Goble,
Second.
Commissioner Newby, is there any discussion?
I don't know this cat. I'm getting old.
You know, but seriously, we've talked over the time about that very thing, about how they're new. I think I mentioned it, Chief, about looking at the departments and thinking, my God, they look like my high school students. There are those who've been there for a while in both departments, and then there's a whole new bunch. So I understand what the commissioner means by not knowing folks who are new, but they're serving us well. Any further discussion? There being none, Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Newby,
Yes.
Commissioner Brewer,
Yes.
Commissioner Cole,
Yes.
Commissioner Goble,
Yes.
Mayor Blythe.
Yes, thank you. Order 25-176, an order of the City of Richmond promoting 3 employees in the fire department. Madam Clerk, please.
Whereas it is the intention of the Board of Commissioners to have qualified personnel in all city departments, and where firefighters 1, 2, and 3 classifications provide firefighter personnel the opportunity for personal growth, education, while improving the workforce itself. And whereas a notice of opportunity was given to all eligible and interested personnel within the fire department to test and qualify for firefighter 2. Now therefore be it ordered by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners that the following promotions effective November 26, 2025 payroll as a part of the approved fiscal year fire pay scale 2025 through 26 budget. Firefighter 2, pay grade 3. Clayton Cornett, originally hired in 2024. Travis Newman, also hired in 2024. And Cordell Markham, also hired in 2024. This order shall be effective immediately upon passage by the Richmond City Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That's Order 25-176. May we have a motion, please, bring to the floor for discussion and approval?
So move.
Commissioner Brewer,
Second.
Commissioner Goble, is there any discussion? There being none, Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Brewer,
Yes.
Commissioner Cole,
Yes.
Commissioner Goble,
Yes.
Commissioner Newby,
Yes.
Mayor Blythe.
Yes, thank you. We pause here to recognize more formally each of those that's been promoted. And Chief, if you'll come, please, and whoever else will assist you.
Thank you all.
Yes.
I would just like to say on behalf of the Richmond Fire Department, I'd like to congratulate Captain Brian Richmond on his promotion to Battalion Chief. Battalion Chief Richmond brings 18 years of service to his new position and over 4,800 hours of training. Brian, the Richmond Fire Department looks forward to your continued service and leadership, and at this time, Brian's wife Anna will do his pinning ceremony.
Yeah, they all do it up.
Front and center.
Congratulations, Brian.
Congratulations. Thank you, Chief. Let's take the heat off the fire department and get,
No pun intended.
don't jam, no pun intended. Don't jam, don't jam. And go to the Codes Enforcement Department. We have a matter, Mr. Attorney, you want to lead us into it? Or
Yes, Mr. Mayor. At this time, I would like to ask a member of the commission to make a motion that we adjourn into executive session pursuant to 61.810, 1C as in Charlie, for discussion of possible proposed litigation on behalf of the city concerning this property.
All right, we've heard the request from the attorney. Is there someone who will make that motion, please?
So moved.
Commissioner Cole, is there a second?
Second.
Commissioner Goble. Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Cole,
Yes.
Commissioner Goble,
Yes.
Commissioner Newby,
Yes.
Commissioner Brewer,
Yes.
Mayor Blythe.
Yes, thank you. We'll ask the audience to please be patient for just a moment as we adjourn to the conference room for the
I look good though, right?
Ready to roll?
Yeah, let's go.
Now may we have a motion, please, that we return from executive session to regular session?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Cole, Commissioner Newby. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
All right, we're going to try to expedite here. Out of our conversations, and we need for the record to note, no action having been taken. Mr. Attorney, in light of our conversations, sir, would you please give us some direction?
Mayor Blythe, at this time, I would like to ask the Board of Commissioners for a motion directing me as the legal counsel for the city to pursue instituting litigation concerning 405 Moberly Avenue.
All right, we've heard the request on the part of the city attorney that we would authorize him to proceed with legal action litigation regarding 405 Moberly Avenue. May we have that motion, please?
I'll move.
Commissioner Newby,
Second.
second Commissioner Brewer. Is there any discussion? There being none, Madam Clerk, please for the record.
Commissioner Newby?
Yes.
Commissioner Brewer?
Yes.
Commissioner Cole?
Yes.
Commissioner Goble?
Yes.
Mayor Blythe?
Yes, thank you very much. Ordinance 25-17. Let's see here. Order of the City of Richmond, Kentucky, changing the zoning classification for property located 495 Duncannon Lane within the city limits. Mr. Attorney, please.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Whereas Richmond Industrial Development Corporation, owner, has filed with the Richmond Planning and Zoning Commission an application for a zoning map amendment at 495 Duncannon Lane with 190 acres in Richmond, Kentucky. And whereas the property is currently vacant land with zone classification AG Agriculture and requesting change to I2 Heavy Industry. Whereas the Planning and Zoning Commission conducted a public hearing on the requested zone change on November 19th, 2025, in the course of which it received evidence and testimony from persons in favor of and opposed to the requested zone change. And whereas at the conclusion of the public hearings, the Planning and Zoning Commission voted to recommend that the zone change be granted. And whereas the Planning and Zoning Commission at its meeting adopted written findings of fact as to the zone change, and the issue is now before the Board of Commissioners for final determination. And whereas the Board of Commissioners believes it to be in the public interest that it adopts the recommendation of the Planning and Zoning Commission in accordance with the findings of fact adopted by that body, now therefore be it ordained that Section 1, the Board of Commissioners does hereby adopt the recommendation of the Richmond Planning and Zoning Commission as to the requested zone change. The property in question located in Richmond, Madison County, Kentucky, as to which the zone change shall apply are 495 Duncannon Lane, 190 acres, Richmond, Kentucky, Deed Book 873, page 457. The Board of Commissioners does hereby adopt the written findings of fact adopted by the Planning and Zoning Commission as to its findings of fact. In accordance with those findings, the zoning of said property shall be and hereby are changed. Property is currently vacant land with zone classification AG Agriculture and requesting change to I2 Heavy Industry. Section 2, the Director of Planning and Zoning shall make the appropriate changes to the official map of the City of Richmond, Kentucky. And Section 3, this ordinance shall be effective immediately upon its enactment following the second reading and publication in accordance with the requirements of applicable Kentucky law.
Thank you, sir. This is the first reading of ordinance 25-17, so we will not vote tonight. May we have a motion, please, to bring to the floor for discussion?
So moved.
Commissioner Goble?
Second.
And Commissioner Cole. Is there any discussion?
Mayor, if I may.
Yes, sir, please.
As you all know, this is 189 acres located on Duncannon Lane. We received $2 million from the state Cabinet for Economic Development under the Product Development Initiative Program. The city matched the difference to purchase this property, which is another $2,744,000 for a total purchase price of $4,744,000, which is, to be quite honest with you, in this market is a good deal along that corridor. The rezoning of this property to industry fits our comprehensive plan, and Duncannon Lane, as you all know, is the golden corridor with all the utilities, a 4-lane road, and everything else for this kind of development. This property backs up to our Industrial Park 3 in fronts Duncannon, and we're very excited about the potential for new industry at this site.
Thank you, sir. Any other discussion? All right. This is, again, first reading, and this will be on our next regular meeting for a vote. Thank you. Order 25-172, order of the City of Richmond hiring a human resource director. Madam Clerk, please.
Whereas the Administration Department needs to fill a Human Resources Director position due to a recent resignation, and whereas the position was advertised and interviews conducted, and whereas the interview committee has recommended a hiring for this position. Now therefore be it ordered by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners that the following individuals hired contingent upon her successful completion of the city's pre-employment requirements as the Human Resources Director for the Administration Department effective December 15, 2025. Pay grade 7, Janet Townsend. She is an at-will employee and will serve a one-year probationary period. This order shall be in full force and effect upon reading and adoption by the Richmond City Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That's order 25-172. May we have a motion, please, bring to the floor for discussion and approval?
So moved.
Commissioner Goebel
Second.
and Commissioner Newby. Let me just mention this, if I may. Ms. Townsend is here, is she not?
Yes. Janet, stand up.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Any discussion?
Welcome.
Yes, welcome.
There being none, all in favor, aye. All
Aye.
opposed, no. Thank you very much. Welcome aboard.
We actually changed the department head meeting, which is normally on the first Monday of the month, to Monday the 15th, so Janet can meet everybody.
Thank you, sir. Order 25-173, an order of the City of Richmond declaring property surplus and providing for its disposition. Madam Clerk, please.
Whereas pursuant to ordinance chapter 34.02, disposition of surplus personal property declares a list of property which shall be submitted monthly to the city manager and then submitted to the city commission for classification as surplus property. Now therefore be it ordered by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners that the November 2025 property described by the list as submitted by the Police Department and Administration Department, which is attached hereto, is declared surplus and no longer needed by the city and is not suitable for the purpose of which it was intended. The attached list per KRS 82.083 contains that description of the property, its intended use of the time of acquisition, and the reasons why it has been public interest to dispose of it, and is now being sold by electronic auction at this website, govdeals.com, following legal publication as required to KRS 424.130, subsection 1B. This order shall be in full force and effect upon reading and adoption by the Richmond City Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That's order 25-173. May we have a motion, please, to bring to the floor for discussion and approval?
So moved.
Commissioner Cole
Second.
and Commissioner Brewer. Is there any discussion? There being none, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Ayes have it, and so ordered.
Thank you.
Order 25-174, an order of the City of Richmond hiring an employee for the recycle department. Madam Clerk,
Whereas
please.
the recycle department is in need of a full-time laborer due to a recent resignation, and the position was advertised and interviews conducted, and whereas the city manager has recommended to hire for this position. Now therefore be it ordered by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners that the following individuals hired contingent upon their successful completion of the city's pre-employment requirements as laborer 1 for the recycle department, effective payroll November 26, 2025. Pay grade 1, Daniel Weekly. He is an at-will employee and will serve a one-year probationary period. This order shall be effective immediately upon adoption by the Richmond City Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That's order 25-174. May we have a motion, please, bring to the floor for discussion and approval?
I move.
Commissioner Newby,
Second.
Commissioner Goebel. Is there any discussion? Where does that put us, Mr. City Manager, with respect to hiring?
That's fully staffed right now, but I'm anticipating potential retirement here in the next 30, 45 days, so.
All right, thank you, sir. Any further discussion? There being none, all in favor, aye. Aye. All opposed, no. Ayes have it, and so ordered. Order 25-177, order of the City of Richmond hiring 2 employees for the Parks Maintenance Department. Madam Clerk, please.
Whereas the Parks Grounds Department needs additional full-time labor once position, and whereas the position was advertised and interviews conducted, and whereas the committee has recommended a hire for the positions. Now therefore be it ordered by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners that these individuals are hired contingent upon their successful completion of the city's pre-employment requirements as Labor 1 for the Parks Grounds Department effective December 1st, 2025, pay grade 2. Stephen Snowden, Charles Burns. They are both at-will employees and will serve a 1-year probationary period. This order shall become effective immediately upon adoption by the Richmond City Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Just a quick note here.
Yes, sir.
Is anyone looking at this on your pad?
I am.
177, does that say, the order itself say grounds?
2 employees for the Parks Grounds Department.
And this is maintenance, is that
Oh, I
right, Madam
put
Clerk?
maintenance. Well, it's kind of.
Parks.
Yeah, it's parks, grounds, and maintenance.
It's, okay, it's grounds and maintenance. Okay. Have we brought it to the floor yet?
Nope, not yet.
For discussion? I want to be sure about that.
Okay.
Maybe a motion, please bring the floor for discussion and approval.
So moved.
Commissioner Goble
Second.
and Commissioner Cole. Is there any discussion?
I would say, Mayor, this is 2 new hires for the new regional sports complex. It'll be on an hourly shift from 2 to 10 daily, which will give us coverage in the evening. So we're starting to ramp up for the new regional sports park.
Thank you, sir. Any other discussion? Order 25-177. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Ayes have it, and so ordered. Thank you.
Thank you.
Order 25-178, an order of the City of Richmond, Kentucky awarding a bid for the purchase and installation of wayfinding signs at the Richmond Regional Sports Complex. Mr. City Manager, please.
Whereas the City of Richmond has advertised and accepted bids for wayfinding signs on the 280-acre site for a sports complex located at the corner of Tates Creek Road and Goggins Lane, Richmond, Kentucky. And whereas 2 bids were received and 1 proposal which met all specifications and lead order time has been determined to be the best, now therefore be ordered by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners, the Richmond Regional Sports Complex Project Contract 604-25-02 signage and wayfinding package is awarded to Sign Magic 2 Instant Signs of Lexington, Kentucky for a total of $346,738.71, which includes signs and installation. Funding for the project will be allocated from the Richmond Regional Sports Complex Project Fund, City's General Obligation Bond 3 Series approved by Ordinance 23-47 and 24-30. The submitted bid is hereby attached to the order. This order shall be in full force and effect upon reading and adoption by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, sir. That's Order 25-178. May we have a motion, please, bring to the floor for discussion and approval.
So moved.
Second.
Cole, Commissioner Newby. Is there any discussion?
Is this for 2 signs?
No, this is for all the signs on the park.
Say,
It's hundreds of signs.
Yes.
It's everything
Like,
from
Same.
entrance
collection
signs
of-
to directional signs to restroom signs to mountain
all of them,
bike
right.
for signs. Yeah,
for the
it's,
price of 300-something thousand.
yeah, it's a huge
It
package.
better be more than 2 signs.
It's,
Yeah.
it's a huge package.
Question though, is this the same company that did our wayfinding signs?
No,
Okay,
no.
just asking.
And I think the only remaining bid package we have for the new park is the landscaping bid package. And that'll wrap everything up.
That's good, Tammy, I'll be happy to hear.
I get nervous over the
She needs
money.
you to stop.
Yeah, one hanging basket.
Oh,
That's all we can afford.
Do we really know how many signs that it's gonna be?
It's hundreds.
How many?
It's in the,
There's an
There's
inventory.
101?
Well, no, there's an inventory in there and it's
it's-
a bunch. Yeah, it's a lot of signs.
and I will say too, I was worried about the maroon border because I thought it had a note that was the EKU maroon.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is not the EKU maroon, but I checked with Sarah, and she said that the EKU Board of Regents had changed the PMS color of the EKU maroon, so we are correct
Oh,
with
okay.
that new color, because it's a little bit different than it used to be. It's got more of
Okay.
a,
like a deeper color?
it's,
Crimson or?
it's different than it was years ago, but it has been approved by the board, so she says what we have in here
The
is
old Colonel's
correct, because
not
I was
gonna like
worried.
that.
Oh, they're gonna be nice.
Ain't come out of
All right, any further? That's order 25-178. No further discussion. All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Ayes have it and so ordered. Thank you.
Thank you.
I do want to make a note about the wayfinding signs. It's something you'd want to be aware of, but I'll do that when I give my remarks. Order 25-179, order of the City of Richmond accepting resignation by an employee in the Planning and Zoning Department. Madam Clerk, please.
Whereas Tyler Stone in the Planning and Zoning Department as Codes and Planning Coordinator has submitted a resignation notice to the city. Now therefore be it ordered by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners accepts the resignation from Tyler Stone from the Planning and Zoning Department effective December 1st. The city would like to thank him for his service since 2016. This order shall be effective immediately upon adoption by the Richmond City Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That's order 25-179. May we have a motion, please bring to the floor for discussion and approval.
I move.
Commissioner Newby,
Second.
Commissioner Goble. Is there any discussion? There being none, Madam Clerk, please, if you'll call the roll this time.
Okay, Commissioner Goble,
Yes.
Commissioner Newby,
Yes.
Commissioner Brewer,
Yes.
Commissioner Cole,
Yes.
Mayor Blythe.
Yes, thank you. Order 25-180, order of the City of Richmond accepting resignation by an employee in the Police Records Department. Madam Clerk, please.
Whereas Jamie Cates in the Police Department as Records Clerk has submitted a resignation notice to the city, now therefore be it ordered by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners, accepts the resignation of Jamie Cates from the Police Department effective December 5th. The city would like to thank her for her service since 2024. This order is effective immediately upon adoption by the Richmond City Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That's order 25-180. May we have a motion, please, to bring to the floor for discussion and approval?
So moved.
Commissioner Cole,
Second.
Commissioner Goble. Is there any discussion? There being none, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Ayes have it and so ordered. Madam Clerk, if you will so.
Mayor, if I may, I'm sorry.
sir.
Was that the planning and zoning clerk?
Yes,
Yes.
resignation.
I just want to say Tyler Stone will be duly missed, and we wish him the best as he ventures to move to Scotland. So
How
it's a
cool is
big
that?
jump from here, yeah. We
Yes.
wish him the best. He's been
Yes.
wonderful.
Yes, thank you, Mr. City Manager. Let's see.
That was on the one before.
Yeah.
We're.
Have I done 180? I mean, have
We're
we actually
181.
voted it?
Oh, my bad.
181.
I backtracked too.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
Busy.
We voted, Madam Clerk, we
I'm
voted
not that
180,
far
is that
behind, I
right?
promise.
Yes, we did
Yeah,
on that.
voted 180, all right. Order 25-181, order of the City of Richmond, Kentucky, reappointing 2 members to the Madison County Airport Board. Madam Clerk, please.
Whereas the City of Richmond appointments as Wilma Walker and Adrian Millett will be expired on January 1 to the Madison Airport, and whereas these members would like to continue their service to the board and has made a commitment to attend all meetings, now therefore be it ordered by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners that Wilma Walker and Adrian Millett be reappointed to the Madison County Airport Board for a term of 4 years, expiring January 1st, 2030, contingent upon the final joint board approval by the Madison County Judge Executive and Berea Mayor. This order shall be in full force and effect upon reading and adoption by the Richmond City Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That's order 25-181. May we have a motion, please? Bring the floor for discussion and approval.
So moved.
Commissioner Cole
Second.
and Commissioner Goble. Let me just make one quick comment here. certainly Dr. Wilma Willie Walker is a pioneer in that area. She is a pioneer. Started, I think she said, the airport at Mount Sterling in creating the program that's now just blossoming.
They got a brand-new building.
At our airport,
Beautiful.
yeah. And then the Dr. Millett, and it just so happens that I ran into her son, one of her sons today that was one of my students. Two of the boys were my students. And happy to hear that she is recovering well from the accident she had
Yes.
with the Dallas
Yes,
Fort Worth
yeah.
Airport, where she was getting ready to go to Italy. And she, her son said she stood up and had on a different kind of shoe than she ordinarily would wear, made a quick turn and popped her ankle.
Broke.
And the rest is history. And then, of course, while Gary, her husband, was in Italy, he passed away. So appreciate all that Dr. Miller, too, has contributed. She even donated a plane, but all that she's contributed. So both of these have served well and represented us well, and certainly through all of this movement, all of this advancing and progressing at the airport. So we appreciate both of these and what they've done, certainly for all of us. Sorry about that, but that needed to be known. Any further discussion? There being none, Madam Clerk, please, if you will, call the roll this time.
Commissioner Brewer?
Yes.
Commissioner Cole?
Yes.
Commissioner Goble?
Yes.
Commissioner Newby?
Yes.
Mayor Blythe?
Yes, thank you. Order 25-182, order of the City of Richmond adopting a revised personnel police manual for the city. Mr. Attorney, please.
I will note that that is a Scrivener's error. It is a personnel policy manual for the city.
Oh,
That was
General
my
personnel
question.
policy.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. Won't Dr.
Long
Payne this
couple
time.
weeks.
So.
I'm going to comment
Personnel
on that in a
police.
minute.
In order of the City of Richmond adopting revised personnel policy manual for the city. Whereas the City of Richmond has been in the process of revising the personnel policies of the city, and whereas the revised policy has been reviewed by the department heads, the Human Resource Department, the city's insurance legal team, and a legal counsel, and whereas it is in the best interest of the city to adopt an updated and revised personnel policy that applies to all city personnel, now therefore be it ordained by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners that, 1, the City of Richmond shall adopt an updated and revised personnel policy that will apply to all city employees. 2, a copy of the personnel policy is attached to this order and shall remain a permanent part of this order. This order shall be in full force and effect upon reading and adoption by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, sir. That's order 25-182. May we have a motion, please, to bring to the floor for discussion and approval?
So moved.
Commissioner Cole
Second.
and Commissioner Newby, thank you. Personnel policy manual, and the order is correct. It's just on the agenda. You may have seen police and its policy. Any discussion?
I had just a couple things, and I'd like to thank our city attorney for like the little cheat sheet you did for us, because that
Happy
was
to do
so
it.
helpful
Happy
in
to do
terms of the things that you were able to clean up and get the language correct and everything for our personnel handbook. There's a couple of things in here that are so good, and I'm so excited about them that I want to mention it.
Okay?
And the first one, you all have heard me talk about this a lot, but the first one is that starting in January, our supervisors are going to meet with their employees individually to set goals for the new year. I can't say enough good things about that. I think having that one-on-one conversation with your supervisor is so valuable, and setting those expectations for the year. Then both the supervisor and the employee are very clear on what the expectations are. And I hope during those conversations, we can encourage them to make measurable goals
Absolutely.
so that you can come back and revisit that at 6 months and 12 months, and it either worked or it didn't work, and how we can support that employee in that endeavor. But kudos for getting that included, and that's going to be a good thing for us to be very clear on that. And I feel like we owe our employees that. We all want to know what's expected. And
Yes.
so I was very pleased to see that in there.
Good.
The other one that made me almost as happy was the annual training requirement that we're doing for supervisors, and it's going to include our drug and alcohol information,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
everyone has that.
Yes, ma'am.
Our harassment of various forms, so
Yes.
that our supervisors are well-trained on that. And I love that we're including occupational safety.
Yes. Yes.
So
And I will, just to piggyback on those remarks, the reason for the training as far as the drugs and alcohol is for years, there was the Kentucky Certified Drug-Free Workplace, which with medicinal cannabis, I think they kind of turned ostrich and just wanted to stick their head in the dirt and not deal with it to where it wasn't even on the website for quite some time. But I will tell you, taking off my now city attorney hat when I was a KLC attorney, one thing that KLC, as the insurer for the city, was looking at is they're not necessarily going by the Certified Drug-Free Workplace. By adopting this drug policy, which has been vetted and approved by the Kentucky League of Cities, including that wonderful attorney that helped put this together for you all. Yes. That when it comes time to renew the workers' compensation insurance through the Kentucky League of Cities, by adopting that, we'll still get the 5% discount on the premiums. So that's an added benefit. Yes, by having that
I
language.
like it even better.
Yes, ma'am.
I just have one little thing on 58, and I called Rob about it today.
Yes.
So people who have vehicles that
Yes.
are allowed to drive them home.
Yep, okay, I
Explain
can,
that.
I can clarify that.
Okay.
One of the first sections of the policy is that we would love to be all encompassing and covering every semicolon and colon, but there are some areas where it's going to be up for interpretation.
Got it.
Now, that specific policy refers back to the policy immediately before that.
Okay.
Which is vehicle use.
Got
And
it.
one of the sections in vehicle use states that you're only to operate a vehicle on city business. Now, if it is a take-home vehicle, the interpretation of that through Rob as the city manager, through myself as the city attorney, is that the personal use referred to is stopping at the grocery store. So, deviating
home.
from your way home.
That's right.
Because if you look at the previous section dealing with the vehicle use policy, it states unequivocally that the only passengers in a city vehicle, be it a take-home vehicle or a city vehicle or a personal vehicle while on city business, is to be somebody that is either a city employee or a passenger as part of that city business. The only exception that Chief Richardson brought up, and it's a valid point, is that a lot of these take-home vehicles that our police have, they have kids.
Sure.
They may need to drop their child off at school. So even in that situation, the only circumstance they're going to be capable of doing that is if they're on their way to work and drop their child off,
on their way
or if
back.
they're on their way home.
Okay.
And because there were situations at KLC, we had a mayor in one of our cities take a city vehicle to Florida on vacation. We ain't gonna do that here.
Got it.
Did not hope so.
So, no, it was another city. So I've been sworn to secrecy on which city it was. So no, that's a good question.
I mean, I'm just
But,
clarifying.
yeah, no, absolutely.
little
And the
gray.
clarification is good, but no, that is, and frankly, if there's a situation where a take-home vehicle is spotted someplace it may not necessarily need to be,
Right.
that is something that could be brought to Rob's attention, supervisor's attention, and that would be subject to discipline in those situations.
Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am.
How would it work from a risk, just thinking from a risk management perspective, because there's a lot of language in here about bringing kids as you're coming to work and as you're going back home from work, but just help me to understand, if I'm not a good example because we don't drive the cars, but if there were an accident and there were 3 kids in the car, how do you distinguish what the city's responsible for and what the individual is responsible for?
That if they're a passenger in the vehicle,
Yeah.
and again, the policy language is going to control, but if they are in a city vehicle and there is an accident in those situations, then the city's insurance is going to cover that.
Yeah.
It's one of those situations. And again, I will state that this is something we added in, but the reason, and, there are pages and pages on vehicle use and things like that. The reason that language is in there is because when there is an audit conducted by the insurance company, KLC, the cake is pre-baked to where the benchmarks they're looking at as far as risk and safety management, that's already going to be in there. This is one area to where you're not going to get that tick mark because KLC's position is we don't want that. But again, there's a human aspect to this. So we're not going to get quite the check mark in our favor by having that, but it's something that KLC Insurance is aware of, and it's something that is not uncommon. I handled 28 personnel policies in cities. I'd say probably half of them had a provision similar to that.
How many, just ballpark, how many vehicles do we have ballpark that fall into that personal business situation, not official vehicles, not police cars or fire trucks, but, I mean, we don't have a big number, do we?
No,
of
it's not very big.
Vehicles that would be for personal and business use?
I don't have the exact numbers. Rob may have a
I'm
ballpark
counting
on
the top
that.
of my head, and it's, I can get you an exact number tomorrow. I don't want to spit out a number that's not correct, but it's not as many as you think. It's no more than 20, I wouldn't think. Now, that's excluding police and fire. Because you have to understand, police take their vehicles home. Yeah.
And I think it does a good job explaining that. I mean, they could have an emergency call
Right.
at any time, and I think it's detailed in here good. I mean, the language was, I thought, easy to understand on that topic.
Yeah, I tried, one of the first things I did when I took over the personnel policies at KLC was to get it to stop reading as much like the King James Bible.
Yes.
So I took out all the shalls and wherefores and whatnot,
Yes,
so,
NIV.
yeah,
Thanks.
so I appreciate that. That's a nice compliment. But again, with this, I'm a huge proponent of saying this is not locked in amber. There's nothing permanent about this policy. A month from now, if there's something that just doesn't work, the beauty of doing this as an order is we don't need to have a second reading, don't have to publish it.
That's right.
So if there's something that we need to fix, we can fix it quickly.
And then you submit that change to the
Yeah.
city manager.
It's a living
to the
document. Think
commission.
of it that way.
Yes.
It's a living
Perfect.
document that
That
as
makes
things
sense.
change, we
Thank
update it.
And Aaliyah has been great because the forms in the back are templates, but I did cross-reference to where there may be a form in the back in the appendix, but there is also a cross-reference to it's available through the employee portal.
Right.
Okay.
So we tried to be as all-encompassing with that as possible.
So when we hire a new employee, obviously, they get a copy and sign that they've received this, and
Yes.
if they had questions, they could ask you or the appropriate
My,
person.
my hope is that once this is adopted, I would like to schedule trainings for the departments, and I will do that.
Yep.
That's kind of the benefit you get from hiring me. Had you not, we'd have to charge you for it at KLC, but since I'm here, we can do the departments, we can videotape it, however we want to do it, to where I would want to do a training for our existing employees, and they would then, because it's a new policy, they're going to have to sign the acknowledgement that they've been presented that. Anytime in the future that there's a change made to it, all employees are going to have to sign that acknowledgement as to the change, give them an opportunity to ask questions about that. The good news is, we didn't touch time off benefits. So it's, all of that's the same. The intention, anytime we do a personnel policies, we want a lot of carrots, as few sticks as possible. And I think we've done that here, to where the benefits for our employees are pretty straightforward. There's a lot of good stuff in there. But I will be scheduling trainings for our departments, give them an opportunity to review this. It'll be on the employee portal. We'll also have a physical copy in each department as well for review.
Thank you.
Well, you did a good job, and I understand it has to be somewhat legal terminology,
Yes,
but
ma'am.
you did a good job, I thought, of making it, understandable and.
I don't think it'll win a Pulitzer, but I appreciate the compliment. Yes, ma'am. It was good bedtime reading material, nothing else, so.
Put you to sleep.
Further discussion? Motion on its passage, Order 25-182. If there is no further discussion, Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Cole?
Yes.
Commissioner Goble?
Yes.
Commissioner Newby?
Yes.
Commissioner Brewer?
Yes.
Mayor Blythe?
Yes, thank you. Order 25-183, an order of the City of Richmond approving change orders for the Richmond Regional Sports Complex. Mr. City Manager, please.
Yes, sir. Whereas the city needs 3 change orders on the Richmond Regional Sports Complex, and whereas the City Commission has received the agreement and made a recommendation to move forward, now therefore be ordered that the Richmond City Board of Commissioners authorize the following change orders for the Richmond Regional Sports Complex. Number 1, bid package 2, change order number 1, delete office building walls, add snow guards to metal roofs, add grease traps to concession buildings, adjust sidewalk steps, add masonry bases for monument signs in the amount of $79,889. Contractor Rising Sun Development, contractor's project number 24-29, engineers project number 604-23-01. Number 2, bid package 1, change order number 5, bridge abutment wing wall extension in the amount of, and I need to correct that amount, that it currently reads $33,840. It should be $39,000. $177.50. And we verified that today in a monthly Parks Progress meeting. Contractor, Allen Company. Bid Package 3, change order number 1, water, sewer, and gas line, which includes rock excavation and blasting for the water line installation in the amount of $312,470.50. Contractor, Allen Company, contractor's project number 123370. The mayor is authorized to execute same on behalf of the city. This order shall be effective immediately upon reading and adoption by the Board of Commissioners for the city of Richmond, Kentucky.
Thank you, sir. That's Order 25-183. May we have a motion, please? Bring to the floor for discussion and approval.
So moved.
Commissioner Goble,
Second.
Commissioner Brewer. Is there any discussion? Anything
Mayor,
further?
if
Yes,
I
sir.
may, the big change order here is we ran into a gas line that has to be bored underneath. And so this $312,470.50 includes actually boring under Tates Creek Road and then boring underneath 2 separate gas lines, which is very extensive work, and that's why it's so much.
So this kind of happened after the fact?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where did the 2 other gas lines, what are they running to subdivisions or
It's gas lines that run across the property.
all across
Yeah,
what we've got?
yeah.
And we didn't know that.
We did, but the depth wasn't confirmed, so that was kind of the issue with running the water line. It has to go underneath it.
So even though this is a significant chunk of money, we're still within our maximum amount and our contingency. So we can still fund this. We're still within our contingency that we had planned on.
100%.
Okay, thank you.
Rob, one other question. That number 1 regarding bid package 2,
Yes, sir.
the use of the word delete, what's that, please?
So the office building, we made 2 offices in the back hallway bigger. And the reason being, the offices that were standard size, but we felt like for the individual that does payables and receivables needed a bigger office to actually have a copy machine located in her office. And then also the executive director of Parks and Recreation. Basically, we turned 4 offices into 2 offices and made 2 offices bigger.
Thank you. Any further discussion, question, comment? Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Goble,
Yes.
Commissioner Newby,
Yes.
Commissioner Brewer,
Yes.
Commissioner Cole,
Yes.
Mayor Blythe.
Yes, thank you. Order 25-185. Order of the City of Richmond accepting resignation by an employee in the Parks Maintenance Department.
Whereas
Madam Clerk,
Matthew
please.
Adams in the Parks Department as Laborer 1 has submitted a resignation notice to the city, now therefore be it ordered by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners accepts the resignation of Matt Adams from the Parks Department effective November 28th. This order shall become effective immediately upon passage by the Richmond City Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That's Order 25-185. May we have a motion, please, bring to the floor for discussion and approval?
I move.
Commissioner Newby,
Second.
Commissioner Brewer. Is there any discussion? Those departments, Mr. City Manager, are they operating at this point full staff? I mean, with the exception of
I
such
think we're missing one hire, and that's part of the new park hire. So I think we're 1 short, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, thank you, sir. Any further discussion? There being none, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Ayes have it, so ordered. Thank you. Order 25-186, an order authorizing the City of Richmond to enter into 2 agreements with Bluegrass Area Development District for the participation in the development of a bluegrass recovery initiative. Mr. City Manager, please.
Yes, sir. Whereas the City of Richmond, Kentucky is actively receiving opioid settlement funds from the Kentucky Opioid Abatement Commission and wishes to participate in the initiative of a Central Kentucky Office of Drug Control Policy, and whereas the City of Richmond wishes to participate in the Regional Bluegrass Recovery Initiative project for prevention, risk reduction, treatment, recovery, reentry, and interdiction activities, and whereas the proposed agreements outline the government structure, scope of services, cost sharing, and responsibilities of parties involved in the management of the funds, And whereas the city of Richmond finds it necessary and in the best interest of the community to formally enter into these agreements, now therefore be ordered by the City Commission of the City of Richmond, Kentucky.
Sorry.
That's okay. The City of Richmond hereby adopts and approves the Bluegrass Recovery Initiative Regional Agreement as presented. The City of Richmond hereby adopts and approves the Bluegrass Area Development District Professional Services Agreement as presented. The mayor is hereby authorized to execute both agreements on behalf of the City of Richmond. This order shall be in effect immediately upon its adoption by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, sir. That's Order 25-186. May we have a motion, please, bring to the floor for discussion and approval?
So moved.
Commissioner Goble,
Second.
Commissioner Newby. Is there any discussion? Anything, Mr. City Manager, you want to
I
mention?
think Gene Dethridge with Bluegrass Area Development District did a very good job of explaining this, and it just helps us be part of a footprint in central Kentucky to determine the best use of our opioid abatement funds.
Thank you, sir.
Running out of gas.
Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Brewer?
Yes.
Commissioner Cole?
Yes.
Commissioner Goble?
Yes.
Commissioner Newby?
Yes.
Mayor Blythe?
Yes, thank you. This time I'll ask for a motion to amend the agenda to include Order 25-187.
So move.
Commissioner Brewer,
Second.
Commissioner Cole, this is an order of the City of Richmond accepting a proposal for a new rescue truck for the fire department. Madam Clerk,
Whereas the
please.
city is in need of a new rescue truck for the station, and whereas the fire department and the Board of Commissioners does believe it to be in a more pertinent expenditure that the city's revenue to purchase a new truck, and whereas the city advertised for bids and 2 were submitted, and whereas the city has carefully considered both bids, which one bid was more adequate to the city's needs and has recommended the purchase of that truck, and the Board of Commissioners does wish to authorize the purchase of such truck. Now therefore be it ordered by the City of Richmond shall purchase from Victory Fire Equipment of Corbin, Kentucky, a southeast apparatus rescue truck, and I need to correct the amount, is $339,999. The purchase shall be made by the current budget out of the Fire Department Capital Outlay Account. The mayor is hereby authorized to execute on behalf of the city with such documents as required for completion of the said transaction. This order shall be in full force and effect upon reading and adoption by the Richmond City Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That's Order 25-187. Maybe a motion to bring to the floor for discussion and approval, please.
So moved.
Commissioner Goble
Second.
and Commissioner Newby. Just a quick question. Is this the truck that we several years ago talked about buying either a new bed or a new?
That is correct. Yep, this will cut down on the larger rescue and tower trucks, response to accidents and such, smaller accidents and incidents, I guess you would say.
Yes.
It's a truck that can be retrofitted with a bed, all the tools, and is easier to maneuver and get to certain accidents.
I remember that rescue truck over the years has stayed so busy.
Yeah.
It was constantly running.
And those,
It's not replacing that rescue
No.
vehicle, is it, Chief? It's just an addition to, right? Okay.
All right. Any further discussion? There being none, Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Goble?
Yes.
Commissioner Newby?
Yes.
Commissioner Brewer?
Yes.
Commissioner Cole?
Yes.
Mayor Blythe?
Yes, thank you. This is the public comments period. Is there anyone here tonight who's come for the purpose of public comments? If you come, please, to the podium. Give your name for the clerk, please, for the record. Good evening.
Good evening, Mayor Blythe and Commissioners. I'm Jean Marie Hibbard, and I wish to speak to the first reading of the ordinance 2517, which would change the zoning classification for the property located at 495 Duncannon Lane from ag to heavy industrial. I live in one of the subdivisions located off of Golden Leaf Boulevard and Pavilion Way, which exit onto Duncannon Lane. Our neighborhood group has 640 members, which should give you an idea of the size of the residential development adjacent to Duncannon Lane. There are several apartment buildings and houses that are still under construction. It's beginning to feel like a small city. There's currently only one exit from this subdivision, or these subdivisions, onto Duncannon Lane, and it's a right turn only. If you want to head east on Duncannon, you must do a U-turn or a J-turn a bit further west on Duncannon. The subject property, 495 Duncannon Lane, is not far past that J-turn location. If there's a substantial increase in traffic on Duncannon due to additional industrial development or due to an accident on the interstate or 25, it will back up traffic at that J-turn. I understand that there are discussions about a second exit from our subdivisions, but I'm not clear on the details of those. So I just want to make you aware that that's an issue that could be coming. Also, on the interface between industry and residential areas, there are several nice homes located on Duncannon Lane, in addition to one or more cattle farms in that area. Changing a property location in between these homes to I-2 raises the question of whether folks will wish to be surrounded by property that is heavy industrial. It does not seem appropriate to locate heavy industry too close to homes or large residential developments. Since the city has invested significantly in this property, I don't have expectations of changing your minds on the zone change. I would, however, urge you to think about how heavy industry and residential areas interface within the city. I urge you to use setbacks to preserve the view shed from Duncannon Lane looking south. I also know there's already industrial development further back from Duncannon. I hope that if you construct a new industrial park entrance, as is proposed, that you will avoid development of the land immediately adjacent to the current homes on Duncannon. No one wants to live in the middle of heavy industry, and this will affect home values. There are also early and late Fort Ancient period archaeological sites located in the existing industrial park and on the 495 property. The Duncannon Mound is a middle Fort Ancient village site, and along with other associated sites is eligible for listing in the National Register of Historic Places. The city manager and Industrial Development Corporation director have assured me that these sites have been and will be fenced off and protected from further development, which is another reason to adhere to the significant setback from the road. They also shared that a 10-foot wide walking path and possibly a fire station are part of the proposed development, which I applaud. I'm almost done, I promise.
You're okay.
Since we citizens don't know what uses are planned or will be proposed for the proposed newly zoned industrial property, we can only go on what is allowable under an I-2 zone, which includes chemicals and petroleum, rubber and plastics, primary metals, distilleries, among many other uses. Interested citizens can check out the development ordinance online. We were told at the zoning hearing that the city intends to cite clean manufacturing. I don't know the city's definition of clean manufacturing, but with the proximity to several homes and large neighborhoods, I and many others are interested in ensuring that incompatible industries are rejected. I am particularly concerned about the potential of a data center, which would use huge amounts of electricity and water. I urge city commissioners, as you move forward with this rezoning and recruitment and/or citing of prospects, that you reject any industry that would be detrimental to the residents, neighborhoods, and cattle farms that are located within the vicinity of this site. Thank you.
Thank you, Jean. Thank you. Anyone else? Public comment this evening? Thanks for bringing those things, that perspective of those things to our attention. Mr. Mr. City Manager, please.
I've got several items, but I'll get through them quick. I want to remind everybody that this Saturday, November 29th, is a Small Business Saturday, so everybody get out and shop locally. A lot of cool stuff in our local shops. Christmas Parade is a week from Friday. That's December 5th, so we'll be ready for that. And I want to recognize Lori Murphy Tatum, as she was awarded the Distinguished Service Award from the Kentucky Tourism Industry Association, which is a very high award, so she does a wonderful job with tourism. We've got a lot to look forward to in our community with not only our regional park, but historical sites, so it's all coming together. I also want to recognize some awards in our Parks and Rec Department. Lauren Kilburn was awarded the Young Professional of the Year at the state conference, which is a very nice award. And then we also received the Facility Award for the outdoor fitness court we installed out at Lake Reba. And when they installed that thing, I got to be honest, I didn't think many people would use it, probably because I knew I wouldn't use it. But every time I drive out there, people are using it, so that's wonderful. And then we also received, Aaron Moore received the Presidential Citation Award at the conference as well. So good recognition for the city of Richmond in those departments, and that's all I have, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Commissioner Newby?
I am tapped out, sir.
I said, you better hurry before he goes to sleep over there.
It's just a
It's past his
little bit
bedtime.
beyond, isn't it? It's cold.
I'm good, thank you.
Commissioner Brewer?
One thing, did you get a chance to drive out there to see the drive to get?
I did, and I'll be talking to the owner that did the asphalting out there. I think it was not as good as it could have been done.
Right.
I totally agree with it.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, absolutely.
I'm
Commissioner
good.
Goebel?
I'm
All right.
good.
Just a couple of quick things. When you mentioned, when we discussed wayfinding signs, one of the new Richmond signs
Yeah.
is damaged.
Yeah.
And now I can't remember where it was, but
It's on Duncan.
They're working on it as we
Duncan.
speak, actually, and so tourism's on that. The company's
super.
come in from North Carolina and is making repairs.
super, thank you, thank you. I've been sitting here staring, let me commend the decorations already here in City Hall. It's always such a beautiful thing, and
Lights
just
are coming.
appreciate those.
Wreaths are struggling a little bit, hanging off.
Appreciate so much
gonna
those
fix-
who
yeah.
get that done.
Up here,
And
City Hall.
last but not least,
half the lights are.
Yeah. no.
let
My wife
me and all of
told
us,
me
but let me
times, Yeah.
thank Lisa for, if some of you there knew what it took to prep for a meeting,
Of this
and,
magnitude.
I'm still old school, I'm sorry, but, so she prepares the agenda and its supporting items for me and even for others, and so Lisa, thank you.
Lisa, you are the oil to the engine.
Yes.
Mayor, I want to springboard
Please
off
do.
that, and Lisa, thank you. The past 2.5 weeks have been a whirlwind. I mean, to give you an example, this packet had 335 pages.
Yes, sir.
Without
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
And then the work session we had, was it last week?
It was a
Yeah.
big one,
That
too.
It was a big one as well, so it's a lot. It really
Yes,
is.
indeed. So grateful.
And she gets it done with a smile.
Yes, indeed.
But let's tell Janet, they don't normally last this long. This
They don't-
one's-
They don't.
Unusually long.
Yeah, this one's, all right. If all hearts and minds are clear, I believe that's all. Chief, anything else you want to, Josh, anything you want tonight? Thank you all for what you do. Again, Scott, thank you, and David, and you want to be careful always about calling names, right, because you miss them. But thanks to all of you all, too, who have not been perhaps on the program tonight. And thanks to the members of the commission board. Sometimes you ask, why would anybody want to do this? But there are reasons why.
Oh, we could ask
There
that all the
are
time.
there are valid reasons why.
Why in the world?
And and being in places where you can help. And certainly, so I appreciate the opportunity to serve with you. Mr. City Manager, certainly appreciate you, and we won't go into numbers, but for those in the community who are not aware, he celebrated a birthday just a few days ago.
Relatively
And, okay, I will share numbers, 40, he's,
times.
wish.
That makes me 38.
good to have birthdays.
That's right.
It's good to have
Better than the
birthdays.
alternative.
Bryson, thank you for the way that you present us to the world. And, well, but thank you, yes, indeed, for the wonderful job you're doing at the Register. All hearts and minds are clear? Kelly? Thank you. Thank you. We'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I move.
Second.
Aye.
Brewer, Nibby,
All in favor?
all in
say
favor,
aye.
aye.
Aye. Helen?
Thank you all so much. Aaliyah, thanks for all that you did to prep all that we had to do tonight. Thank you so much. Yes, indeed.